Hey everyone, welcome back to High Playing Games. Simon here with us rolling very, very slowly into the French Grand Prix, and I don't really like this circuit very much. So, lol to be me. A couple of things I was thinking about, um, just in general, really. Um, Not quite sure what I want to do in terms of activities, but I've been umming and ahhing just before going live about what I wanted to upgrade next in terms of facilities. Now, it just dawned on me, and apologies, this is so blatantly obvious. When I was looking at the finance history, that red section seems to be where the contract period starts, I'm assuming. Or that white line, sorry, is where the contract period starts. So we need to have basically more than 1 million or so to kind of get through by that point, because we're going to be grabbing the Delatraz. Now we've got plenty of money coming in, so we're okay. There we go, contract period was fine, weekly, yeah. So I'm quite happy with all of that, and I think that we'll be able to get our sponsors renewed anyway. So what I'm going to do is invest in the personnel sector. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to bring in Delatraz. He'll have less stats initially than Jordan King, but we're going to groom him. I should probably choose a better phrase of that. I don't know if to go for slightly improve second race drivers racecraft awareness or something like that. What I might do actually is go for slightly improved second drivers experience stat. I should really go for pace, shouldn't I? Let's go for fitness and racecraft, because then it means that we can work on pace over time. Apologies, I just had to pull that slightly closer to me. The other thing I wanted to do then was, if we're not dealing with that, let's invest in ourselves and dive into driver perks. And I was wondering whether to go for the social media team or for media coaching. Kind of feel like they're much the muchness, but let's go for the cheapo version to begin with, and we'll purchase that as well and get access to some new answers, because we're coming up to level 8 in terms of Pro S, and that should be there within the next couple of races, I'd imagine. So why not have that all unlocked and ready to go, and then we can focus on the powertrain and stuff later on. Yeah, I know we can't afford it right now. Not for long, though. So, I was thinking about what we could do next in terms of acclaim, and this is for us to try and get as close to level 10 and get more sponsorship in where possible. Because we don't have the R&D points to push through anything. So if I go bonk... Oh, that's annoying. And bonk because it gives us some points. I'm quite happy with that, and we can move that on. So let's dive on through. There we go, plenty more stuff. There's our fitness centre in. And there we go, plenty of money. And there we are, ready for France, hopefully. Let me just quickly shivel across. There we are, the personnel centre's in. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Loving that. Oh, we could, in theory... Feels like I'm being a little bit cavalier there. We'll play with that later. How close are we in terms of corporate to getting through to... So Pay Night we'll need to renew very shortly anyway. I think we'll be okay with renewing it anyway. We've not come across renewing, but let's keep it where it is. Oh, do you know what? Invest in ourselves. There we go. Done. Cavalier all round. Alright, I'm going to go off and practice at France, and I'll see you for qualifying, where this will probably be a very dodgy weekend. Stay tuned. Okie dokie, it's time for the qualifying session. I've just switched everything back. Practice went better than I thought, as you can see with the amount of points that I've gained for R&D. I'm umming and ahhing over what I'm going to do with the R&D though. I'm quite tempted to do some upgrades to my durability actually, particularly around the turbo, because that seems to be the thing that I'm chewing through the quickest, and that would be quite useful. This is going to end up kind of chugging through, but not until the 6th of July, which is a while away, which kind of annoys me, and maybe I should have gone for clearing out, getting a second thing going with the aerodynamics, but meh. Never mind, never mind. As you can see, I've just kind of done a pending there. In fact, actually, that's kind of made my mind up. Let's get that going as well. There we go. Decisive Smithy. And we'll see if we go for the powertrain or continue saving up for another big aerodynamic update when the other one's finished. Let's dive into quali and see how we get on. Quali is supposed to get wet towards the end, so we're going to go and do some laps straight out the box and do a couple of runs. Sorry, it's a bit of dust on the microphone. I just had to get off there. I feel more at home at Paul Ricard now. Now that I've got used to late apex corners, it's a real brain screwer, I find, the circuit, in order to try and get any kind of rhythm in it. Every time I take the first chicane differently. I can't get it right, and there's a few corners in this game on different circuits where the sunshine and the glare is so bright I can't see the apex to the corner, and this turn one into Paul Ricard is absolutely one of them. As you can see there, it starts to get some stuff. Just taking a look at my setup just in case people want it. This one is absolutely stolen from f1carsetups.com. I can't remember who it is. I think it's it's not Mubin.
We're expecting rain in around 10
but it's
to
an
15
Indian
minutes.
There you go, 10 to 15 minute rain, so it's going to be right at the very end. So we've got plenty of time. Let's get out there onto the track
When you're
and
ready,
get going.
let's go.
Push you a bit closer to my chops. Ha! Oh, it's Norris, not Sainz. Can you see the glare is right on the apex? And I really can't deal with that, because it's a blind turn, so therefore I can never tell where I'm supposed to be aiming for. I always overshoot this corner as well. This feels clumsy because of the way how you have to kind of stop, brake, stop, go. Sorry, start, brake, start, go. If you know what I mean. I've got braver and braver on the brakes into that chicane over the practice sessions. And I shall tactically coast my little ass around this bit. Or should we get out of the way for Jordan? Ooh, it's a bit squiggly there. Did I put him off, I wonder? But I've now found where I brake for this. What I do find though with this track is that because it warms up the tyres for me and I get slidey, a setup that works at the beginning of my stint does not work at the end, or vice versa. So I'm always having to just kind of go, which way do I want to go? Oh, Williams coming out the pits. Oh, nice little skiddy slide out of that. Get out of it, George. Love you, but not now. Nice. Can really attack that chicane. It's one of the very few satisfying parts of the track. A bit wonky. Brake, coast, then turn in to hit. Yeah. And finally get in that corner. See what I mean? Every lap a different line. It's just an update.
Quick position rundown for you. The current top 5 are Vettel, Bottas, Perez, Stroll and Norris. So just ahead of us in this session at the moment are Perez, Stroll and Norris. And behind us are Giovinazzi, King and Ricciardo. Currently the fastest lap is a 1 minute 30.0.
So in between the two Alphas, Alpha have had a decent upgrade recently, although not in the last race or so. They've kind of slipped back down again. Funnily enough, although we are the 10th team in the standings, the 9th one at the moment is Renault. So Danny Rick being so high up the standings, really outperforming what his car should be doing. Away for poor old Albon. God, even Grosjean's ahead of us now in the Haas. As I say, I don't think that I'm going to be particularly competitive in this Grand Prix. Glad that I'm ahead of King though. And there is definitely time to gain. On our lap, but
less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
You're welcome, Jordan. I bought you an upgrade, mate. You should be closer. There we go. It's all gone a bit Eddie Irvine 1999. Nürburgring. Where's the tyres? Where's the car?
Expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
Yes, you said that already. Okay. Ooh, busy bee out there at the minute. Oh yeah, 2.1 down. So where did we lose? Sector 1 not great. But I felt that was actually one of the best attacks that I've had in Sector 1. The Claire goes 4th.
We think we may see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
Yes, the final sector a real struggle. We've made it all up in that middle sprint. Not grand. Right, let's get a new set on. Get our booties out there.
All set. Everyone clear? Car to track.
Last thing I want is any kind of rain affecting me. I reckon there's a good 3-4 tenths I could gain on a perfect lap. Or, well, my idea of a perfect lap. It's interesting that it's the middle sector that I've gained a lot of time on, because in my quali sim run, which I just about scraped through on, I lost time down the straight according to the delta. That does kind of make me think, nani? Oh, I don't mind being in a Alpha Haas sandwich. Ooh. Find the track, Simon. There we go.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
It's that little hesitant skid. I was going to say that didn't feel good. This is all down to the last sector. Alright, I'll take that. Ah, see what I mean? It's because you've got to hover in the middle of that poxy chicane. It drives me up the wall. It's so frustrating to drive. Ah! At least Manicore had like a weird flow to it, even if you couldn't actually overtake. What other French circuits are there that we could try and shoehorn onto the calendar instead? Apart from Le Mans. I'd be interested to see F1 cars around Le Mans, but I think it would be a death trap. Po. I was going to say Pow. No, Po. That would make me laugh. Oh. I feel like the perfect lap can never be found at this circuit. For me, anyway. Negative Simon at 2 AM in the morning when he's recording this. Grr. The weird things I do for YouTube. Right. Still dry, isn't it? I'm still quite happy with that. I think there's probably a chance that the Alpha...
We're expecting some rain soon. Expect the first drops in the next few minutes.
Romeo to improve. I'm not even going to go out, you know. What are you up to, Antonio? You look good in practice, to be honest. But that was not a good lap. And Chokio. Latifi. Actually, it is really clear on the R&D that Williams have fallen off the tail of the R&D collection.
Lap is a 1:31.4.
Oh, do you know what? Let's go again.
Checks complete. We're ready.
For the final time of asking in the qualifying session. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum. Since it's still dry. Not quite up there with the McLarens, are we? Which means that Carlos Sainz is likely to wipe the floor with me again in this battle. Ooh, drama going on there. Sixth, Carlos. Give us a chance, mate. Ah, here comes the rain. I mean, I'll give it a go still, but I just don't think that it will actually work. Ooh, well that was a cut.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
See if Riccardo can drag us anywhere. That's what I've been trying to do, all quali with that corner. And that there. Alright, I'll take that. Bit cheeky, but sod it. 10th! Nice. Oh, not nice. I now have to start on those tyres. Arrgh. The pain! The pain! Nah, sod it.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Hamilton, Vettel and Valtteri Bottas. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Albon ahead of Verstappen there, interestingly. Signs in between them. Perez, best of the racing points. Ricciardo in the 9th best car, and Smith in the 10th best car, rounding out 9th and 10th on their grid, interestingly. Ahead of Stroll, Gasly, Ocon. Norris doesn't seem to be able to qualify like Sainz in my version of the game. Grosjean, best of the Haas's. Raikkonen, best of the Alfa Romeos. King just beats out Russell, and Latifi improved a bit, but not by much. Well off the pace. Those Williams have detached themselves, I think. Yeah, corner cutting warning. I'll take it for the lols. I don't think we'll score points in this race, though. Especially now that we've got to start on those tyres.
It's got to be a relief to qualify that far up the grid. How do you think this team will be feeling after that result? Appreciate your time.
I'm really not interested in joining Mercedes. Minardi for the win. Forza Minardi. This is unsurprising me. Carlos. Nice. I think we're going to get that juicy 10th level, which gets us a 3rd sponsor. It'll be handy. Okay, because we got that improvement of basically praising the powertrain unit people, we've got a 2% reduction on failure rate, but also a 4% decrease on build time as well. So I'm going to squeeze in that update really quickly too. It won't be ready for the British Grand Prix. Or the Austrian one, to be fair. But that will do nicely. Thank you very much. Oh, and if that all comes through. Now, admittedly, look at everyone else and the way how that's all kind of picked through. Interesting. That'll keep us up with the Joneses. Okay. Let's dive off into the race where I think us getting 10th place pretty much by a little cheaty cut at turn 1. Although I'd argue we outbraked ourselves at the chicane, so it's like an amalgamation of like a best lap. Can I pretend? Feels dubious. Very Bernie Ecclestone. I think that's now going to make a start on those tyres, which is going to bugger up our strategy. So I've shot myself in the foot. Never mind.
Welcome along then to France, host of the world famous Tour de France. But we're not talking 2 wheels today, we're talking 4, in a country widely thought of as giving birth to the art of motor racing back in the late 1800s. We've come a long way since then, and you're about to find out how far. It's time for the French Grand Prix. 6 lefts and 9 rights give us a total of 15 corners here at the circuit Paul Ricard, and a lap covers an overall distance of 3.6 miles. Average speeds will be somewhere in the region of 142 miles per hour, and they'll be maxing out on the Mistral Straight at around 205 miles per hour. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Now, can I talk to you about Sebastian Vettel? That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Leclerc, Alexander Albon, and Sainz, Verstappen, Perez, Ricciardo, and Smith. Stroll, Gasly, Lando Norris, and Grosjean, Kvyat, Raikkonen, Kevin Magnussen, and Antonio Giovinazzi. King, Latifi, Ocon, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Penalties there for Ocon and Russell. Ocon there actually is quite good for us because that keeps him away, since Renault are the next best team up, but clearly also struggling with some reliability problems.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
So yeah, you can't really do strategy very much on this. So it's going to be a lap 5 and then try and cling on with those. Oh, there's part of me that thinks, should I go for hard? Over medium. We'll stick with that for now. I might switch to hard tyres depending on how slippery and how heated the tyres become. Okay. I'm going to need that luck, especially into turn 1. Oh, Ricciardo got away really well. Ooh. Come on, Danny Rick. Give me the space, give me the space!
That's a
Oh,
decent start. Good job.
leave me alone! Oh, Sergi, yes. Oh, Verstappen. Oh,
That was a heck
problems.
of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
Literally ruined the world. Let's take a look at that. So I got past, and this is how we do different lines of things. They've got rid of the like proper slow motion on this. So yeah, it then just careers in, and then oh dear for the world. Let's go back. I shall not be DNFing. Ocon looked like he'd done really well off the line. Oh, that was bizarre. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, Verstappen's smacked into the back again. That's allowed Ricciardo through. I think that's proper buggered you, Max. Right. I really must have a very different line round that corner compared to the AI. And yeah, he's had to come into the pits. Oh dear. Verstappen's done an album. Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy.
I'm on it, Jeff. Jesus.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. Yellow flag.
Who's in trouble now? Oh, it's a Ferrari. Oh, it's Vettel! Oh dear, he won the last race. Not winning that one.
You're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Keep pushing.
I can't see that corner. It's very stressful.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Okay. Oof. Oh, we need to stop battling quite so hard. We're getting caught back up again by everyone.
Push now. We're boxing this lap.
The first time I feel like I've taken that corner properly all blimmin' game. Oh, I was gonna go for a lunge then. I'm gonna try and line it up on this one. Yes. We're boxing this lap anyway. Nice. That's holding Carlos Sainz right up.
Go. Exit now. We're racing on the exit. Go. Go now. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Oh, Carlos! Ooh, that's a bit wide. Hamilton getting around Latifi.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
That's too tight.
Jordan is coming in for his stop.
That's great. Alrighty. Oh, shooting the houses.
We're leading our teammate by 8.8 seconds.
Is that all? Now we're in trouble.
Is coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead, now running medium tyres.
I mean, thanks, Jeff. That's Latifi, that is Giovinazzi, and that is Kvyat out behind. Oh, no. So Albon really lost out in the undercut there. First to me, but now also to Sainz, who's somehow running in fourth in that McLaren. Ooh, that was not juicy. I just want to use this to try and keep up, basically, because I don't have the right pace. And this is one of the interesting things I think about Durs, and so I'm recording this just after the first British Grand Prix, just to give this context. And I think that Durs is great, or DRS, sorry, to be able to give opportunities. But when you've got people within a line, it all neutralises itself, and that's what we saw at Silverstone, where the entire field was running nose to tail pretty much, which is amazing because the midfield is so close, but you all neutralise each other's advantage because the Durs basically, if you've all got it, then you're all running with the same advantage. So no one's ever then able to like use the perceived advantage to overtake. And that's kind of what looks like is going on behind me. But that's kind of how I'm trying to cling on with Sainz and Albon. Because they aren't necessarily battling. See, on a perfect lap, I'm good.
Manage your tyres.
I just can't get that perfect lap very often. Ooh, look at Gasly in the points for Alpha Tauri.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Keep thinking that like weird fluff is rain. Okay, let's try again. This feels good, but we're stalling out again.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy.
Okay, I had to go in very deep there to stop signs basically smacking into us. Now, can we stick with Albon? Because my key to staying ahead of signs... Oh wow, everyone's going for the fastest lap. My key here is to stay within a second of Albon. Oh. So that I get the DRS, and that stops Sainz being able to use that better McLaren power unit to get round me, and all I'm going to use is mix fuel free and DRS to try and keep Sainz behind, although
Hamilton's in first place.
something about me says we could have a go at Albon, you know.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
No, he's a bit too good. Oh, yeah.
This is your final lap of the race. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
Okay, let's give it a go if we're in a right position to do it. Oof! Adhesion! We're gonna run out of those! Yes!
Gap to car in front is 9.5 seconds.
Well, if I can hold this on for these last couple of corners, this is an absolute shock to me. I'm not good at this circuit, but it seems to have come together with a really, really good setup that didn't degrade over time. I'm so used to that being the case. Oh, I'm super happy with that.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
That is by far the best that I've felt around Paul Ricard. Ever. Oh, driver of the day is me in elusive ninja
So
fashion.
Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was.
Yes, it was, thanks.
So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Burr, 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 burr.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
I like how most of these podium celebrations you barely see third place. It's as if they've just gone, meh. Okay. What are they going to chat about?
So let's review the updated driver's standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
I have to give it to Smith. They
Thank
fought
you.
so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
Oh, crazy race. Vettel DNFing, I think ruining that for Ferrari. Leclerc could not keep up with the Mercedes duo. I don't know what was going on ahead, but I'm assuming that Leclerc was either ahead and then the Mercedes got past, because they were suddenly pumping in fastest laps one after the other right towards the end of that race, which was interesting. Best of the rest for me, ahead of Albon amazingly. Then Sainz did a very good job in the McLaren. Gasly would have been my other driver of the day in the AlphaTauri. That car is not worthy of 7th place, so well done to him. Ahead of Perez. Ricciardo again in the points in what is the 9th best car. Norris rounding out the points in 10 ahead of Stroll, who should be higher really. Kvyat Raikkonen improving as well in that Alfa Romeo. Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Verstappen recovered to 16th. We'll have a look and see if he just one-stopped in that. Ocon is off the points. Magnussen. King not with the rest either. Mind you, neither was K-Mags. But ahead of Russell, who was ahead of Latifi. So Kvyat went on to hards again. They do like putting him on the hards. Ah, same for Magnussen, that's why he wasn't with the rest. And wow! Verstappen onto the mediums, that surprises me. All the way through to the end. Okay, stand-ins wise. Hamilton is clear from Leclerc and Bottas. Verstappen drops down to 4th because of that non-score. Vettel stays 5th with the non-score. Ricciardo still best of the rest in 7, but look, Sainz and Smithy are closing in. That's Gasly's first points. Yeah, it is. So that is really well done to Pierre. And that is very helpful for AlphaTauri. in moving them clear from Alfa Romeo. We close in on Racing Point. I don't see that being a thing. Racing Point close in on Renault. McLaren pull clear. Renault, I think, are going to make a bit of a tumble if they don't do some improvement shortly. Let's see if we get asked anything from the lady with the questions. We'll soon find out.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have yours.
One day we're going to see the eyes open
You gained
from
a
that
lot of
cameraman.
positions during the race, didn't you?
We did, love. We did. The car is nimble and light. Aero package.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
For the first part, I couldn't do this without a great team. Behind me.
Appreciate your time.
I'm sure you do. I appreciate how loud all of those menus make my PlayStation 4 go. Hey! Clawing it back. That's good. Does that get us level 10? Yes! Bring me the third sponsor. Look forward to that next episode. Juicy. I don't remember damaging anything. Oh, it did. I did hit the back. Vettel, didn't he? Hit the back of me. Oh, sorry for Stappen. Tusk. Okay. Resources and running costs all ready to go. We'll be off to Austria next time around on Higher Plane Games. You guys all take care. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you hopefully on another video. Bye!